This is Soni Aralynn, and you are now listening to the Anime Assembled podcast with your host, Indy and John Forsaken Power. This is Soni Aralynn.
Yo, what's going on? It is your boy, Indy Uchiha, Mr. Nerd Mix himself. I am joined by John Forsaken Powers, and you see the layout. Must means we got something important to talk about. Welcome to episode 22 of Anime Assembled. What's going on, John?
What's up, bro? What's up?
Yeah, man. Early morning work for us today. Early morning work.
Yeah, dude. I'm still in my pajamas. So that's how you know.
Same here. Still rocking the PJs. It was just the time we had to do. Work had me a little bit flustered last night for some situations that we had to get solved. So, but at least I don't know if you got coffee. I got a bucket full of candy. You know what I'm saying, to get my sugar rush going.
I had some coffee, but that's already gone. That's already done, man.
So I'm gonna start my day. You know what I'm saying, hungry while wait. Eat a Snickers. I'm gonna start my day with a miniature Snicker, and then we're gonna get into some stuff.
All right.
What you been checking out lately?
Dude, I've been posting about anything and everything that really, like, I'm all over the place. I've been checking out Miruko-chan over on Funimation. It's like a horror comedy supernatural type show that I've been posting about because of Halloween just recently passed up. 86, which is a very huge show for me right now because it tackles a lot of very controversial topics, like the idea of racism and how certain races find themselves superior than others, and then they kind of they oppress the other race and everything like that, even though there's no really backing behind it, so people could take a lot out of this one. Of course, there's some really awesome fight scenes, really dramatic moments. Of course, it does have mecha robots in it, so that I thought that was also a really interesting twist. Definitely highly recommend you check that one out. Of course, if you took everything out of everything that I said that it's a mecha anime, then you missed the whole entire concept. Just go check out the post on Instagram about it because, dude, that show is off the top, bro. Yeah, dude, there's way too many. Dude, I could sit here for an hour listing off everything, but I'm watching a lot. What about you, my man?
Me not necessarily watching anything right now, but
Okay.
Manga, catching up on my manga reading.
Smart.
Fell way off on Black Clover. Got back to the point I forgot where I left off at, and then I was like, dang, I got like 11 chapters to read. Catching up on Boruto, catching up on, what I'm saying, the normal My Hero, which My Hero is getting insane.
Dude, don't even get me started. I'm so behind on my I don't even know what chapter I'm on. I think I'm behind on the anime port, where the anime's at right now. I'm farther behind in the manga.
Wow. So I can't even talk to you about Star and Stripe.
Dude, I'm so far behind.
I can't even talk to you about the female All Might.
No. I mean, I know her. I've seen her. Dude. I know about the character. Just I haven't made it to that point whatsoever in the manga myself.
Hey, it's good. It's getting really good. We actually had this week Naruto, the original Naruto manga, which ended 7 years ago, right?
Something like that. Yeah, it ended a good while ago.
Yeah, it got knocked out the top 3.
Really? Wow.
For manga sales. So that's interesting, but it makes you think. It took 7 years that to end for it to get knocked out. You know what I'm saying, of a top spot.
It's just, dude, that's just how big Naruto is, man.
If Demon Slayer didn't end, it might have got knocked out of that spot early.
Yeah, and the way that Demon Slayer had to end, it was kind of messy. So they had to kind of rush the ending, due to I remember seeing articles about there was family issues or there was health issues or whatever going on with the manga creator herself. Right. And so they had to do a rush job, hey, okay, we're gonna have to end it quick, just so she could get that time to take care of her business and stuff like that. So, but dude, if it could have had the same kind of like run that Naruto got, it would have been game over for sure.
Yeah, definitely, because Boruto doesn't seem to have the same. Well, I don't know. I feel like Boruto
It
should be lumped into Naruto numbers. Like,
To be honest, though, it does have that impact, as it's standalone. But at the same time, a lot of the people who are bumping for Boruto, it's because of Naruto.
Yeah,
Come
that's
on,
what. Yeah, that's what I'm
Daddy's
saying.
influence is coming through,
The
dog.
friggin' anime is called Boruto Naruto Next Generation. Like,
Come
it's a
on, man.
continuation. You should be able to stack that on top of the numbers. But I guess since
Right.
it's actually called Boruto,
And it
it
don't
doesn't do it.
really follow Naruto, even though
Well,
that's
that's a lie.
yeah,
Like,
right.
how do you not follow Naruto and his son is, what I'm saying, the main character. It's
Right.
the world that was built by a direct world. It's a direct sequel to what what's going
Hmm.
on. So
Right.
if Dragon Ball Z and Dragon Ball Super can be all lumped together, how come
Why not? Right.
it doesn't make any sense to me at all,
No,
man.
it don't.
At all. But
Nah.
speaking of manga, we do have
Okay.
one article that we want to get into. It's something
Okay.
that you are pretty geeked about.
Yes.
Very
Yes.
much
Yes,
geeked
I am.
about.
Yes, I am.
Spy X Family manga
Ah,
gets TV anime adaptation for 2022 by Wit Studio and
let's go.
Cloverworks. Did Wit Studio work on
Ah,
any of the? I feel like they might have worked on Star Wars, the anime. Like they would have had something to do on an
I
anime.
I don't believe they did one of the Star Wars anime, but everybody knows Wit Studio because they did the first 3 seasons of Attack on Titan.
Okay, okay.
That's like kind of the big thing they're known for. I know they're doing a lot. Right now there's an anime out by them. It's called The Ranking of Kings,
Hmm.
and I love to death King Boji from that show. The reason so it's about like there's a whole bunch of different kings, and there's a ranking system about the kings, and the better your kingdom is, the more people you got, the higher you are in the ranking. And then there's this one king who's like the bottom of the barrel, and he's deaf, and he's just a little kid, but his dream is to be the number one king. And it's an awesome show. It's so well animated. Wit Studio killed it, my guy. So, dude, I'm so hyped for this.
All right.
So hyped.
Well, we got this article from Annie Radio Plus. It was dropped on October
Yes.
31st.
Okay,
Um,
okay.
Tatsuo Endo's Spy X Family manga series is officially announced on Sunday to receive a television anime series adaptation, which is scheduled to begin broadcasting in 2022. Its first promotional video has been revealed by Toho Animation's YouTube channel, and the first two key visuals were released. Not,
Gorgeous.
not gonna play that. We got a copyright strike for our episode last week.
Really? Oh my
had
god.
had to be the Cowboy Bebop.
Of
Uh,
course, well, of course. I mean,
yeah,
come on now.
yeah. Animation Studios with Studio and Cloverworks are joining forces for the anime production, with Kazurio Furuhashi directing the series.
Okay.
Kazuki Shimada is designing the characters, and No Name is in charge of the music composition.
Okay.
That this is an incredible visual. I actually love how I normally hate how they put similar colors on characters on the background, but the fact
Mhm.
that they went with like the olive green and he's got like the darker, what I'm saying,
Mhm.
green on the suit. Uh,
Yeah.
this looks pretty good. Will air in 2022.
So we
Though,
gotta wait.
yeah, those, yeah, we gotta wait. Those are the two visuals right there that we got. Both are
Mhm.
really clean. I like how the characters are placed in the same, what I'm saying, areas on both.
Right.
But one looks like a spy, and then one looks like a family. So if you get it, spy on the
Mhm.
left, family on the right.
Spy
Just
X Family. Oh
yeah,
snaps!
yeah. See
Yeah.
what they did there?
Yo.
Last month, the manga exceeded 12 million copies in circulation worldwide. On May 13th, it was announced that Spy X Family manga is getting a novel titled Spy X Family Family Portrait, written by its author. The novel consists of 770 pages with a large amount of illustrations
Dang.
drawn by the author himself. The Spy X Family manga series is written and illustrated by Tatsuo Endo, which has been serialized since March 25th, 2019. So this is a fairly new
Mhm.
manga.
Yeah.
2019 is only about 2 years old. Um, we
That's
ha-
still that's super impressive.
Yeah, most mangas normally take a little bit longer than that. Some instantly
Mm-hmm.
get animes depending on the popularity. But
Right.
normally for something like this, it didn't hit my radar until I started seeing everybody talk about it being converted into, you know what I'm saying, anime
Mm-hmm.
form. So I went back and started checking out some of the manga, and it is actually a really decent read.
Mm-hmm.
I got
It is highly rated.
yeah, I'm through like maybe the first 5 chapters, and I'm entertained by what I read so far.
Right.
uh Sushuya's Shonen Jump application and website. So uh, you can't beat being in Shonen Jump, serialized in Shonen Jump.
Right.
Uh, it,
That's like the go-to for a lot of people.
yeah, it's being released on the app for free in a bi-weekly timing. As of March 2021, it has been collected into 7 Takumaban volumes. What is a Takumaban volume?
So it's like it's just like a regular. So it takes like, let's say, the first 13 chapters and makes it into one book, and then it's,
Okay.
that's a volume, and then the next 13, and that's a volume. Or it's not actually 13 chapters. It's like whatever many chapters they want to set as, like, that's volume 1, that's volume 2. But they, instead of just like, because how normal, certain mangas, they have just like, they release just one chapter and it's only like 22 pages or whatever for that chapter. They'll wait until there's like, let's say, like, 100 chapters, and then they'll make like a big book about it or something.
Okay. Okay. The
No.
story follows a spy who has to build a family in order to execute a mission, not realizing that the girl he adopts as a daughter and the woman he agrees to be in the fake marriage with are a mind reader and an assassin.
Mm-hmm, mm-hmm,
Jesus,
mm-hmm.
Mary, and Joseph. That's a hell of a combination to go
Right.
by. So this dude basically hires people so he can finish a mission because he's a spy.
Mm-hmm.
And he needs a cover of being in a family in order to finish his mission, I guess.
Yeah.
Typical spy stuff.
Right.
But to
Right.
throw a spin on it, the 2 people that he has that he does the family thing with, one's a
Mm-hmm.
mind reader, so one's basically friggin' Professor X,
Yep.
and one's an assassin. So we got Professor X and
Yup.
Psylocke. You know what I'm saying? Running with a spy, man.
Yo,
Give us a little more background on this.
dude, you summed it up completely. It's literally this dude. He's got to complete his mission. He hired some people, and now it's about the not the wanky, the wacky antics and adventures that's gonna come about, the relationship and how their relationship interacts between these 3, and the missions and stuff that they all got to do themselves. And so, dude, if I don't know if you've checked out the trailer video for it or whatever, but it is so, it gives off like a very like comedic, adorable vibe, and then it's like the underneath, all of that's a lie. It is super dramatic, super serious, so it has that very interesting dynamic about it, because it's like everything, everything's all, sunshine and rainbows on the top, and then underneath it's just like, yes, death incarnate, let's do it. So like I love that about it, and so I'm super hyped to see how it's all going to come about. I know this is going to be one of the, whatever season that it ends up dropping in, it's going to be like the talked about show that season, because it's already being talked about, just the fact that it's getting an anime adaptation. So super
Yeah,
hyped.
I'm definitely looking forward to it. I'm gonna read a lot more of the manga. I don't
Oh,
know if
for
I
sure.
don't know if I'm gonna read the whole thing, but I'm definitely gonna read further into it just to get a feel for the characters. So
Right.
when I start watching the anime, I know you like know what to expect, and you have a connection with the characters. So when you're seeing them
Right.
being portrayed in an animated fashion, you're able to have a better connection. You know what I'm saying,
Right.
with what's going on, mannerisms and stuff like that. For some
Hmm.
reason, to me, that makes watching, you know what I'm saying, a lot
No,
better.
for sure. I know. I definitely agree with that. I'm also curious. I think I might actually just like catch up completely, because I want to. I always love reading the manga and then watching the anime, or even watching the anime and then going back to read the manga, just to see if they stayed true to the source material, or if they did things like because I know, like, for instance, in the anime Food Wars, they took different sections of the manga and they put them into into a better, more timeline spot for it. So I'm curious to see if maybe Spy X Family would do the same thing, whether, you know, maybe chapter 7 would actually, it's like a flashback scene or whatever, and it'd be better off being put right after chapter 2 or something in the anime sequence wise. I always love seeing the differences between the two and the similarities. It's always fun to do.
Yeah, definitely. We're probably, yeah, I can't wait for it. The next subject I want to get into right quick, comic book resources. I think it's comic book resources. Is it comic book resources? Let me make sure. No. Yeah. CBR.com actually a couple of years ago put out an article on 10 times hip hop influenced anime. Now,
interesting.
This is something that I've been talking to a lot of people about, because there's a lot of artists out here in the region where we're from. Intel, you know what I'm saying? Intel the Brain. Shout outs to Intel the Brain. Like big ups, dude. He is from the Hidden Village, hidden in the G. There's a lot of artists out here that are influenced by anime and manga culture, the Japanese culture in its own right. And I feel like for those in hip hop, for those in music in general, I wanted to give them maybe like 10 animes they could watch, you know, that were influenced by, you know what I'm saying, hip hop culture. And maybe even go into a brief history of anime, you know, in hip hop. Where you come in is telling these hip hop heads why they should watch these animes.
Okay. I mean, I'll try my best. It depends on which shows they are, but right. I mean, well, we're gonna see. I'm gonna have to see if maybe I can open the vault on here.
All right. Well, I'm not gonna pull up the article. I'm actually just going to reference the article.
Okay.
And this article was written by Michael Aikanoa, and he basically said, since its inception, hip hop has been an enduring fixture throughout popular culture. With its shifting break beats and harsh, gritty rhythms, it's grown to become more of a lifestyle or an experience rather than sound or style of music. It's a community, almost a religion of sorts, comprised of anything from DJing, rapping, and MCing to breakdancing and graffiti writing. Five elements. You know what I'm saying?
Okay.
Its influence can be seen and felt in other genres of music and films. We see that with what's going on with the Star Wars thing. We see that with a lot of anime nowadays, especially when it comes to anything that's sports related. You know what I'm saying? Right. A lot of fight scenes now are made on top of like breaking, you know what I'm saying, beats, bass heavy, you know,
dude, TikToks.
Yeah.
Anime TikToks.
Yeah.
All over the place with
facts. Ichigo was probably like hip hop incarnate, just with the way he used to dress.
Dude, the Taite Kubo official, what was it? They did like official work or whatever of like the outfits for each of the characters, and the drip was eternal, my guy. I remember back in the day seeing Toshiro Hitsugaya's getup, his outfit or whatever, and dude, as a kid, I was like, I want to dress like that. I can't pull it off, but I do want to dress like this.
I think
and seeing that stuff was awesome.
And as much as an influence of hip hop has been on American culture, you know what I'm saying, different countries, there is no other culture its impact is more present than Japan, from like fashion to music, and of course anime. It's nearly become an obsession. They put out a list, and in this list is 10 instances of impact on rap culture from the land of the rising sun. And how Japan, I feel, is keeping hip hop culture alive, you know what I'm saying, on its own with everything that they're doing, compared to the watered down stuff that we're getting, you know what I'm saying, from our home base. So these are 10 animes that they feel you should watch if you're a hip hop head. Number 10.
Okay.
Afro Samurai.
Afro Samurai. Samuel L. Jackson, my guy, was the voice actor for the homie himself.
Yeah.
I'm gonna be very general about this one because it's been so long. But the typical thing is, dude, if you love awesome fight scenes, if you love like the samurai era and stuff like that, this is one of those shows that everybody's gonna recommend. And if you love Samuel L. Jackson, I mean, say no more. This man, you'd be surprised how many celebrities actually like anime and stuff. And the fact that for the dub voice acting, they picked him of all people was perfect. Like I can't unsee that. Like his voice can only be Afro Samurai, you know.
So if you're into hip hop and you wanna start getting into anime, Samuel L. Jackson.
Yeah.
Nah. Afro Samurai is the story of a black man raised in a martial arts dojo who, after witnessing his father's assassination, sets out on a quest for revenge. It's a violent and gory narrative that masterfully explains the concept of racial identity and the human struggle, honor, and liberation. Afro Samurai is a love letter of Shakespearean proportions to hip-hop and anime communities throughout the world. From Studio Gonzo, with voice work from Samuel L. Jackson and musical stylings of RZA from the Wu-Tang Clan, what you get from this anime is a tour de force of stylized animation, storytelling, and a sound that culminates into a cross-fertilization of Afro-Asian brilliance.
Blow it out the water.
I mean, if you're gonna start with anything, I guess you start with the soundtrack that RZA from the Wu-Tang Clan did.
Dude, I'm not gonna lie, dude. I totally forgot. I remember Afro Samurai's like opening was awesome, but I didn't even realize that it was actually done by RZA. So, like that's pretty dope, you know?
Yeah, that's super friggin' dope.
Like,
I think if y'all not hype off of that, be hype off the way I read that.
Yeah,
be hype off the way I read that.
See, I come in, I'm using just off the rip, you know, off my brain, just trying to like crap. Afro Samurai. I remember, you know, there was some crazy fight scenes. I know it's about a dude, you know, he's badass as hell. And then you're over here with this article, you know, using like tantalizing fucking words and so. Oh, excuse my French, but you know, you're using all these words and all these expressions. I'm just like, all right, let me. You know, just let me walk out the building real quick.
Number 9, Naruto Shippuden.
Oh, come on with them opening songs.
Hold on. More directly, any arc that involves Killer B, the rapping Jinchuriki. If you're looking for an example of hip hop influence on anime, then you won't have to look much further than Naruto. While the series has nothing to do with hip-hop or music, the creators managed to pay their sincerest respects to the beloved genre through a role of one character. Killer B is a major character of the series and the 8th Jinchuriki, a human with a tail beast that was sealed deep inside him. He's extremely powerful shinobi, being one of the only Jinchuriki to befriend the sacred beast within him and hone his power. Despite his incredible accomplishments, his true passion lies in his pursuit of becoming the greatest rapper that has ever been seen. This man,
and clean.
This man literally raps all of his dialogue.
Yes.
All of it.
Yes. And even his fight scenes, dude. I remember what was it when he was right before he beat the living snot out of Sasuke. He dropped like a couple bars and he was like, all right, let's go.
Facts, man. Facts. For anybody that honestly I feel just and he was black. You know what I'm saying? Like how many black characters did you see before you got to over there with them? That was the land that what was it?
Few.
What was that? That was the land of
he was the Raikage, if I remember correctly.
No, his older brother was the Raikage.
Right. Yeah.
That was the village. I'm trying to remember where that village that was.
The Mist? No, not the Mist.
You could tell how long it's been.
I can't remember. I remember the
Fire,
characters.
sand, metal. Fuck, it's too many. and all they're doing is adding more.
Right. But yeah, I see you looking it up now.
I have to because now it's bothering me. Village Hidden in the Clouds. The Cloud Village.
Clouds,
Hidden Cloud Village.
of course.
So not only I feel like it's a direct representation of hip hop, but you think the Village Hidden in the Cloud, you think sky, you think heavens, you know what I'm saying? You think angels. So I feel like they were really paying respect to, you know what I'm saying, that hip hop culture by, you know what I'm saying, even placing a character like that in the Village Hidden in the Clouds.
Right.
All right.
For sure. And then just imagine like all of the videos, like I've noticed like there was a lot of videos where it'd be like a hip hop or like a rap, music video, and it'll actually have scenes like really dope scenes, like the Naruto and Sasuke fight from regular Naruto, and they would have that playing in the background while the music was actually going through, and it just hypes up music. It hypes up the music, seeing those awesome fight scenes go down, or even Killer Bee versus Sasuke, So I love that.
Nope, that's Bleach. I'm sorry. I started thinking about the Bleach. Every time the Bleach fight scenes go.
Right. Or even some of the opening songs or even ending songs. But some of them.
The ending songs for Jujutsu Kaisen.
Right, dude. Like I love that. Even though it doesn't necessarily have anything to do with it, but you see correlations, you see those relationships between it, and it's always nice to see that stuff.
Yeah. Number 8, The Boondocks.
Now, so this is where we get into kind of, I guess, controversial, because is it cartoon? Is it anime? So a lot of people they see it as anime. A lot of people see, oh, it's American cartoon, but like older, adult American cartoon.
Well, it wasn't.
I mean, if it's in the list, but it's like that whole topic with like, is Avatar: The Last Airbender an anime or is it a cartoon? Well, it's like it's split down the middle.
The Boondocks is heavily influenced by anime.
Oh, 100%.
There is nothing American cartoon art style about the
Boondocks. About it, right? No, for sure. I 100% agree with that. And
when I watch,
first and foremost,
when I watch the Boondocks, I think Samurai Champloo or Cowboy Bebop.
Yes.
As far as the art style and stuff goes.
To me, I feel like it falls under the category of American anime.
Yeah.
Versus American cartoon, which a lot of, I mean, granted, it's just the semantics of it.
Yeah. Well, put it this way, it was so popular that it was dubbed in Japanese. So. But technically speaking, the Boondocks is not an anime. It wasn't made by a Japanese anime studio, so it doesn't really classify. But the same studio that produced
it's anime. Hold on.
The same studio that produced it is also owned by Madhouse, so it certainly has some anime credibility.
Come on, Madhouse. Come on, no, that's anime. That is 100% without a doubt American anime.
Okay, so you saying just because it was Madhouse produced.
Dude, it's like what was it? There's a whole bunch of American made animes out there. What was it? Samurai Champloo. That if I remember correctly, that was made in America. That wasn't even that's not even from Japan. So like, come on, man. That all right, I'm sorry. All y'all haters saying, like, oh, it's not made in Japan, it ain't an anime. Forget about it. It's the same people that say, right, it's the same people who say Avatar: The Last Airbender is a cartoon. Man, that show ain't made for kids.
Yeah.
You tell me that show's made for kids, dude. If back when I was a kid, all right, we had like the Grim Adventures of Billy and Mandy and stuff. We had brain dead, funny shows. But Avatar: The Last Airbender, it was start to finish. There was a whole plot, dude. That thing literally like gave me a whole new moral perspective on everything.
And don't get me into the Legend of Korra.
Oh my god, dude.
How it up the ante.
Right. Like, come on, dude. Just give it the respect it deserves,
right.
Man.
The Boondocks is a story of a black family, the Freemans, and their adventures in a predominantly white suburb of Woodcrest. The series develops into examination of lifestyle and social differences, class warfare, racial stereotypes, and the human identity in a funny black America that incorporates comedy and conflict to argue its viewpoints. With frequent guest appearances from rappers, black comedians, and celebrities, and a soundtrack filled with jazzy, soul-fueled beats, it's a hard assertion whether it is a commemoration or a critique of the hip-hop culture.
I love the uncle. I'm sorry, I said it earlier, but I gotta say, dude, I love every time he pulls out, like, he just has to come. He ain't gotta say nothing. I just laugh because I know he got something funny to say. I love the uncle.
Number 7. You ready for this?
Okay.
And I think you're gonna get a little hype for this too.
Okay.
Megalobox.
Yes, bro. That's what I'm talking about. Oh my god, I love that. Gearless Joe's my man. The people's champ and the regular champ. Oh.
Megalobox takes place in a futuristic city where licensed citizens live within the confines of a wealthy city, while on the outskirts there live the poor and unlicensed that are left to scrounge and fend for themselves in a lawless underbelly. The story focuses on a megaloboxer named Junk Dog, who is regulated to a life of throwing fights until he's invited by the top-ranked boxer in the world to participate in the ultimate Megalobox tournament. Through the clever use of hip-hop melodies, the series manages to perfectly encapsulate the gritty struggle of survival in a harsh world that isn't designed for your success, or survival while learning to navigate a societal structure that differs from your values and sense of identity. Themes that profoundly resonate through all facets of hip-hop culture.
And dude, he ain't Junkyard Dog no more. He's Gearless Joe. Gearless Joe. Get it right, my guy. And dude, I love the fact that this is on here because one, the soundtracks, the music for this, beautiful, gorgeous. Season 2 of this, Megalobox 2, Nomad. Very, very big like struggle moment for Gearless Joe, my man. And that dropped, I believe, last season. It dropped fairly recent, like it was like within the last year.
Okay.
And the dude, it plays on even more so because it deals with the death of a loved one. I'm not saying who, but there was a death of a loved one. He struggles through the pain and trying to figure out what he wants to do. He goes through drug problems and everything like that, and it's his road to recovery. And starting from the bottom, now he's going to go back to the top kind of thing. And I loved the story for this show, man. And the respect. Dude, just the look. I love the look of it because it gives that post-apocalyptic, like Akira, Trigun kind of, desert land kind of vibes to it too. Love it.
Okay.
Love it.
Okay. Yeah, I knew you'd get hype about that one.
It's so good.
This one is a little less known, but I think people should check it out. I've actually checked this out just for the trappings of like the South American culture and the story it follows. Michiko and Hatchin.
Okay, this is actually one I don't know off the top of my head.
Yeah, when Watabe is the musical producer of your anime, you know that you're in for a ride. Michiko and Hatchin is a set in a fictional country with the trappings of South American culture, and the story follows an unlikely duo of escaped prisoners and a foster child on a journey of understanding, reflection, self-liberation, and freedom. The soundtrack is a spellbinding nexus of sound connecting traditional Brazilian jazz bossa nova and hip-hop breakbeats that will carry you away and deliver you into a world of fantasy. With gritty, criminal undertones and an affinity for action and adventure, this is a series that any hip-hop lover should be sure to sink their teeth into.
I know the show now. I had to look it up because I was like, there's a show I don't know about? What? And I remember seeing it come up on Toonami / Adult Swim / Cartoon Network at night, or whatever you want to call it.
Right.
But I never got around to watching it.
That's what I remember it from.
Yeah,
it's like Adult Swim.
Yeah, I remember it was like the little girl or whatever, and then it was like the older girl with her and stuff. And I heard it was really, really good. Personally, I haven't checked it out, but I do know that it was pretty popular when it did come out.
Okay. Number 5, Tokyo Tribe 2.
Okay.
If you ever wonder what you get if you mix the Warriors. No, I need a glass. Hold on, I'll use a can. Warriors, come out and play. Or Boys in the Hood with the anime, then look no further than Tokyo Tribe 2. Set in the slums of Tokyo, Tokyo Tribe focuses on the daily lives as well as the criminal activities of numerous gangs known as tribes and their conflict over territory and reputation in the search for prosperity and a place to call their own. With scenes centering around squabbles over land, gang warfare, and underground rap battles, the series tries its best to capture the essence of the street mentality, survival, respect, and corruption, while portraying the struggles of trying to make it out of poverty.
I looked it up, and I love the cover art that they got for this show, where it's literally the dude just standing there in like that big jacket, and then like the baggy cargo pants, and just a baseball bat over the shoulder, and just like, yeah, I mean business. I love that. That's pretty dope.
Well, this is probably one that's one of the most direct connections. And you know what I'm saying, as far as what people perceive American hip hop culture to be about, especially if you were big in the, I guess, trap or gang related era of music. You know what I'm saying, when it was crews like G Unit and you know what I'm saying, different stuff like that. Running around. I can see where that influence comes from. And
get this, dude, it's done by Studio Madhouse. So you go to, what was it, the Boondocks?
Yeah.
Oh, the company owned by Madhouse.
Yeah. So if you watch the Boondocks, Tokyo Tribe 2 is something you should probably check out.
Come on, man. Come on.
Number 4, another one you'll probably go crazy over.
I hope so. I love, dude, the fight scenes in Megalobox. I'm sorry, I'm going back to it. They were clean. I'm sorry. All right, go on.
Devil Man Crybaby.
Oh, this show, it's on Netflix right now.
Yeah.
Dude, the fight scenes in that. It's done, dude. It's done.
So, a recent adaptation, which I think the 1970s Devil Man is a little bit better. It was a lot gorier. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. They definitely they made it a little more viewer friendly, I guess, with the newer one.
Yeah. A recent adaptation of Devilman series from 1970s does a great job of guiding it into the 21st centuries. The story follows Akira, a crybaby by nature who becomes possessed by the soul of a demon after helping his friend Ryu cleanse a party of devils and their resulting quest to rid the planet of evil. The series incorporates hip-hop music and masterfully employs it through a group of supporting characters. The exposition of freestyling and beatboxing techniques of hip-hop storytelling to further the narrative of the series. These moments of lyrical ludicity help to highlight the deeper emotions and the worlds of the characters, as well paint a picture of the socioeconomic, mental, and financial circumstances facing their own lives and communities.
All right.
It's on
Netflix too.
Yeah, and it's a lot deeper than what you may think. I mean, the aspect of somebody being possessed by a devil is cool, but the background and the world building that they do in this show
behind it,
especially with the soundtrack and just looking at the world as they're going through it, you know what I'm saying? Just screams hip hop culture.
Okay, that's what's up. See, the connections, man.
Facts. I mean, it's really easy to make these connections when, you know what I'm saying, you actually think about it, especially from some animes you would have never thought until you go back and read articles like this and actually think about, you know what I'm saying, what you experienced while you were watching some of these shows, because it's so regular now that it doesn't stand out in like all you You know what I'm saying? Sometimes
Right.
you actually have to go back and revisit stuff just to see the impact that it had.
Right. Like this one, for instance. See, I would have never made that connection on my own.
Mm.
I thought it was like, cool, fight scenes. It's got some interesting ideas about it, with the whole devils and whatnot and demons. But, you know, as someone who hasn't, lived through like the hip hop culture kind of lifestyle and whatnot, you don't really see that until it's just like someone kind of, brings it to your attention, like, hey man, I vibe with this. I can relate to this. It's cool to see.
All right, number 3. I'm not too familiar with this, but
Okay.
it looks like something that I want to actually check out. Uh,
Okay.
Gurren Lagann.
Bro, really?
Yeah,
Tengen Toppa Gurren Lagann. You've never seen that?
no,
Oh
but
my
when
gosh.
speaking of
Okay.
hip hop influence on anime, it's hard not to
It's
mention a
real.
series that spawned what might be the greatest hip hop song in the genre, Gurren
Mhm.
Lagann. It's a post-apocalyptic future ruled by a cruel and ruthless tyrant, where humanity is forced to live in a subterranean villages clustered
Mhm.
from the rest of the world. Two brothers set out on a journey to find the surface in search for truth, liberation, and purpose. The entire
Mhm.
soundtrack is a mesmerizingly melody of orchestral hip hop beats that beautifully complement the transformation of the series world and its characters. A wonderful ode to hip hop culture.
Dude, that open row, fight the power. Dude, I loved that song. Dude, I still listen to that song to this day, and this show came out like 12 years ago.
Does
Like
it
12,
is it
12 years ago.
is it something that I need to listen to in remix?
Absolutely.
Okay.
Without a doubt, 100%. Dude, if you listen to that song, you're gonna be mad at me at the fact that I haven't even brought it up to your attention as much as I should have. Like, dude, this show was amazing. I think it got so popular. It played on Cartoon Network, of course. That's where everybody goes. But I remember I caught it on the Sci-Fi Channel,
Mm.
an anime on the Sci-Fi Channel. Like, oh my god, it's so random, but dude, this show was dope, and it led into a lot. I think Kill la Kill is done by the same
Oh,
company
now that I have
or the same
watched.
person. Yeah, but awesome fight scenes. The art style to it was also very interesting. Um, just the dynamic between the three, Kamina, Simone, and Yoko Littner. I remember she was like the sniper Bay waifu that everybody was like, oh my god, she's in a bikini top and some booty shorts. Everybody, let's go. You know, but dude, that show. I remember this is the show that brought me back into anime because at one point in time, it's really bad to say this, but at one point in time, my relationship with anime was kind of rocky. Like, I just kind of out of nowhere just stopped watching it at one point. I don't know why, I don't know how, I don't know for what reason, but I just stopped watching.
Mm.
And then I was like, you know what, this looks kind of cool, let me check this out. And then afterwards, this started me off watching, like, I'm gonna start watching everything and everything, because I missed so much. So I was like, bam, 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 bam. I'm gonna watch 15 shows, 16 shows. Now to this day, I'm watching 25, 30 shows at a time. And it's because this show brought back my love and appreciation for anime. So if that doesn't get you hyped about this show, I don't know what will, because this show is on a lot of people's lists. Like, check this out.
Okay, I'm definitely gonna have to look into that. I'm gonna check that out.
Yeah.
Number 2 might be one of the most famous animes of all time.
Okay.
Akira. Um,
Yes.
Akira is
Okay.
one of the most important anime movies ever created. One that went on to inspire not only anime but numerous TV shows, movies, video games, and even books. Set in a
Mhm.
dystopian future in a city known as Neo Tokyo, Akira follows Kandia, who, after witnessing his friend Tetsuo get into a motorcycle accident, develop telekinetic powers, sets out on a mission to rescue him from the government and restore his sense of humanity. While Akira may pay minor respects to hip hop, it is going on to be a major inspiration to the genre and culture. We see rappers like Kanye West model their music videos after scenes from the anime, brands like Supreme plaster stylized images on t-shirts and hoodies, and rappers referencing the film in their bars. Hip hop's culture appreciation for the anime runs deep.
Mm-hmm.
That is
And just
no, go ahead.
go on.
Go ahead.
Oh, I was gonna say, just think, this came out like in the 80s, like late 80s, like before 1990 kind of thing. I think yeah, it was like right at the end or maybe early 1990. But like this show it's a classic for sure. And the fact that it's even to this day, 20, 30 years later, still influencing. That's a huge impact, bro.
Facts. It's a lot of movies and television that's been inspired by, you know what I'm saying, just this anime alone.
Mm-hmm.
Just this
for
one.
Sure. Right.
There's probably been more songs, clothing, television, movies inspired by this more than anything else.
I could believe it.
I'm still waiting on I'm still waiting on the Vampire Hunter D live action film. I know I never get it.
You never know, man. There is a resurgence in pulling the classics to the present. So you never know.
You think so?
Yeah, dude, you'd be surprised. What? Cowboy Bebop. We just talked about it last week.
Facts.
Facts. Like
so what do you think about it possibly getting a continuation from what is number one on the list, or a live action from what is number one on the list? Can you guess what it is? Just off of what we've been talking about.
Well, I brought up Samurai Champloo earlier because Samurai Champloo, I remember their opening song was like killer. I'm hoping.
You win a cookie. Samurai Champloo, the zenith, the ultimate intersection of anime and hip hop. The story follows a wandering swordsman named Mugen, who, after escaping public execution with the help of two strangers, Jin and Fu, my boo, sets out on a campaign with his companions to find the samurai who smells of sunflowers. With episodes involving rap battles, breakdancing competitions, and the use of graffiti, a form of expressional thought, it stands as a testament to the cultural impact of the musical genre. From its alternate reality settings of 1800 Japan meets 80s and 90s hip-hop culture to its lo-fi beat-centric soundtrack and even Muga's capoeira fighting style, the series just screams hip-hop.
Bro, I was gonna bring that up. The most prolific scene, like pretty much anybody who's ever dabbled in anime, they've seen it at one point in time in a music video. It's that fight scene. It's like at a bar or whatever, and it's the main dude and then the other guy, and he's literally like doing a head spin, and he's got like his what is those, the gis or whatever, like the shoes or whatever. Mm-hmm. I'm messing up now. But and he's stopping the blades, and he's having a whole fight scene with this dude while he's breakdancing. And dude, like, I love that. So the fact that this is number one, that's awesome.
This is probably one of the shows that is just, it's inspirational.
Amazing.
It's just totally inspirational to me. And it's probably one of the ones, this is probably the first show that started having me enter anime influenced lyrics, you know what I'm saying, into how I was rhyming, because it was the first one I felt that really connected, you know what I'm saying, hip hop culture, and you know what I'm saying, anime culture. And when everybody else is talking about Dragon Ball, you know what I'm saying,
right,
Dragon Ball bitch, call me Goku, or you know what I'm saying, stuff like that. This to me felt like it was more an incorporation into being one of the elements, rather than just, you know what I'm saying, trying to force referencing something that was popular just to be referencing something that was popular.
Right.
You know,
this actually, you blended, hip hop, anime, made it, you know, a super child kind of thing.
Yeah. Yeah.
I dig it. I love that. And then, dude, that's awesome to hear. You know that like this is, you know, because I love, you know, that you got a lot of songs out there that do that kind of, you know,
Well,
that incorporate like anime and stuff like that.
Well, I did the whole Order of Sci-Fightology
Mm-hmm.
mixtape where it was nothing but me referencing comic and anime lore, the Bardock Blue song, you know what I'm saying, and different
Gorgeous.
stuff
Yeah.
like that. So yeah, that's why I think this meant so much to me that they did this,
Mm-hmm.
because for me it was a direct reference to me.
Your startup. Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So it's anime and comics are the birth of Nerd Mix, and you know what I'm saying.
Right.
It's just it's the reason why I want to be a part of A Plus Opinions. It's the reason why we do the Nerd Mix. It's the reason why we do Anime Assembled. You know,
Yeah.
so
Right.
the connection to be made is just amazing, man.
Yeah,
Amazing.
dude. Absolutely amazing. And you know, even just like thinking, you know, back to like me growing up, you know, I there was a lot of times, you know, I told you about this, but there was a lot of times, you know, like how I found my anime when I went to go watch it. I would watch AMV, anime music videos, you
Mm-hmm.
know, and it'd be, you know, like I'd be listening to really awesome music or whatever, but they would have either like scenes of, you know, one particular show or several different shows and incorporate it into this really amazing, awesome video. And you know that's like I feel that's how a lot of people actually found the animes they wanted to watch and stuff. They would go watch these anime music videos, and it's still popular from like this was like a huge thing, you know, like back in the day.
Even
Even I think even now.
well, even the hip hop influence that Linkin Park has on their music, the
Mm,
anime influence in their videos.
right.
You know what I'm saying? Everything goes hand in hand, man. And
Right.
I just can't wait to see how this gets strengthened, especially with, I'm gonna name drop here, especially with a publisher out there like Noir Caesar, which
Yes.
comes from, you know what I'm saying, basically, which is birthed in that culture,
Mm-hmm.
you know what I'm saying, to come out. And that's why I want to have a panel soon. I want to have a panel, me,
Okay.
you, Ill Brown, Intel the
Okay.
Brain, you know what I'm saying, and really just break down what our influences are and stuff like that, because
That'd be cool.
even when you listen to Ill Brown's beats, you hear comic, anime, you know what I'm saying, different
Mm-hmm.
influences like that and stuff in it. And I think that'd be a good talk in bringing, you know what I'm saying, the cultures further along and bringing them together. When you can
Right.
tell people our ages and older than us, you know what I'm saying, the influence
Mm-hmm.
they have through the different things like that, that they go and start an entire, you know what I'm saying, publisher, you know what I'm saying, corporation their self. Go download that Noir Caesar app. You know what I'm
Yeah.
saying? Join that. It's a lot of great manga on there.
Yeah, and a lot of original works too, of course. You know, like
Yeah.
it's all 100% original stuff.
Yeah,
You know,
and
so
episodes of Anime Assembled are up there, so make sure you go check that
ooh,
out. Yeah,
okay,
we got our own page in their app. Go check that out. Go check that
okay, okay.
out. All right, but hey, that's it for today. I think we should come back with that panel. Maybe like maybe one day go over like a brief history of anime and hip hop.
That'd
Uh,
be cool.
and
Yeah,
come through it, and maybe even throw up some different illustrations made by, you know what I'm saying, some fan made illustrations of their favorite anime characters in hip hop culture.
yeah. Speaking of that, on a side note, I mean, this goes hand in hand, but I love there is one that was you know, circulating through the internet where it was Snoop Dogg and he was cosplayed up as a hidden what is it? He was like a Hokage. Yeah, for
Ooh.
yeah, it was like the hidden the village hidden in the mist or whatever in
Uh-huh.
the weed or whatever. But it like it showed him like really like just dope. If you ever get the chance to look that up, just like seeing that art and it's all over the place. Like it is unbelievable. Like it came out like years ago, but
Okay.
that you see a lot of those kind of those fan arts. You know, you see that or you see like dripped up versions of particular characters like Goku or Vegeta even, you know, you see stuff like, you know, just like people who make their original characters or their OCs and they dress them up to like very stylized versions of like very popular characters like Deku, you know, and they do like his kind of outfit or something like that, but in a more modern take of like outfit clothing styles. And it's really cool. There's like a whole like little mini universe community of just that kind of fan art style, and it's awesome.
Hey, that's crazy. I'm gonna have to see if I could look that up. I'm gonna check that out. Check that out, man.
Right.
But as always, man, we appreciate y'all for tuning in for this episode. Yes. We can't wait to see y'all next week. Forsaken, go ahead and tell them where they can find you at, boy.
Of course. You can always find me over on Instagram over at Forsaken_powers. Unfortunately, I don't really post a whole lot there. It's just kind of where I read a whole bunch of stuff on that one. But if you want to see content, which is always appreciated if you go follow it out, the Anime Assembled Instagram. I post there. I'm trying to do almost daily, every other day. We've been doing pretty good, you know, posting almost daily on there, me and Indy. So you can find both of us there over there. You gonna see a lot of good stuff. I'm trying my best, you know. So I think you'll enjoy it just as much as I enjoy making the post, even though sometimes it gets a little wordy and a little long-winded, like I'm doing right now.
Nah, it's good. It's good. I keep it simple. Yeah. You can find me at A+ Opinions and at Nerd Mix Alpha everywhere. Until next time, guys. You know what I'm saying? Check us out. I'm going to let Adam tell you guys how you can join the Patreon if you want to. There's a lot of great content on there. Yes. And we'll see you next time. As always, keep it A+. This has been a Nerd Mix. Anime Assembled out.